We need people like Andrew Tate, so you can point the fingers and say, that's the top G. Hello everyone, welcome to the new video. My apologies for my horrible Scarface impression. And before I get started, I would like to mention that I do not really consider myself an Andrew Tate fan. Personally, I believe that there are better mentors and content creators out there. However, based on the videos I watched and podcasts I've listened to, I gotta say that for the most part, he's very on point. So as some of you know, if you see my previous videos, you know that I've been part of this NoFap journey since 2018, which led me to follow and listen to other self-improvement content. Forward 4 years later, most of these self-improvement content creators, as well as some of NoFap social media platforms, all of a sudden started talking about this guy who's a former kickboxer that turned into a self-made millionaire that is known for smoking the finest cigars, drives Bugattis, and flies on private jets. So when I saw this, I was like, who is this guy? And why is everyone talking about him? So it got my attention, and come to find out, he's teaching the same principles as most of these self-improvement content creators do. He's teaching men to be disciplined, not to do drugs, always be honest, make as much money as possible, and most importantly, stop consuming virtual cocaine. So what's wrong with that? Why is it that this man gets so much hate when he's just teaching men how to be their best version? Well, one can argue it's the way he says it that gets people triggered. Well, I say controversy sells, which explains his million following and online views. As I mentioned in my previous videos, NoFap is not just about quitting virtual cocaine and masturbation. We're all here with the same purpose, and that is to get out of your comfort zone and becoming the best version of yourself. And Andrew Tate, whether love him or hate him, is living proof of that. A man that came from humble beginnings, started his career in kickboxing, successfully becoming a 4-time world champion. Then after his retirement, started Hustlers University, online self-improvement course for men like myself who has struggled in some aspect of his life and trying to make something better for themselves. You can say he has accomplished all of his goals. That's why he's considered the top G. And I believe he has earned that title. I also admire the man's intellectual speaking, his delivery, his vocabulary, the way he presents himself. Very eloquent speaker. And you can say the same about his brother Tristan, which is, he's pretty much an extension of him. That is not to say that I agree with everything he says. For example, where he has mentioned in a few interviews that depression is not real. That, that working out and putting yourself out there is the cure. And I can tell you from experience that depression is in fact real. And for some people, it takes more than exercise and socializing to get better. It seems like he lacks a certain perspective. He was fortunate enough to have been raised by a father who taught him to have a strong character and integrity from a young age. That's why he's able to control his emotions and maintains a strong mental strength. Unfortunately, most men are not raised the same way. I personally don't give a shit about driving a Bugatti or flying on private jets, but I do want financial stability. I want to start a family where I can be the provider. And I'm definitely not materialistic, but I don't oppose anyone for wanting materialistic things. A goal that for the most part cannot be achieved unless the guidelines that Tate and other self-improvement content creators provide are followed. And a little side note here, as I was doing my research on him, come to find out he was born on December 1st, which makes him a Sagittarius. Now, if you believe in astrology and the zodiac signs, you know that one of the characteristics is that they're very direct and honest. It's like when your mom tells you if you got nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It's like they never comprehended that, and they will say what they think or feel without any care of how the person will take it, whether they're right or wrong. I know because a couple of my close friends are Sagittarius, and there have been times where I've gotten upset or got my feelings hurt because the things they have said. But I'd rather have someone who's gonna tell me the truth, at least their version of it, to my face, rather than saying what they think behind my back. And that's Andrew Tate, a transparent man who's gonna say what's on his mind despite the consequences. And if he was saying the same comments 10 years ago, he wouldn't be as relevant. But because we live now in a world where everything is polarized, everything is offensive, and men are getting shamed just for being men, they portray him as this super misogynist individual. And in his videos can sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes can be taken out of context. And this is why at first they try to cancel him, then they take his properties from him, and then they arrest him over some allegations that there is not enough proof of, all so they can silence him. Well, it's obvious. And despite his assets being taken away, his cancellations from all social media platforms, and 6-month arrest, that did not let him break down. And I respect the hell out of that. As of me, I no longer have self-esteem issues, and I am more confident in myself than I ever been. And that is because of people like Andrew Tate. So, hypothetically speaking, what if I come across Andrew Tate randomly on the street? This is what I would do. Despite my disagreements, I would approach him, look at him dead in the eye, give him a strong, firm handshake, and tell him, Mr. Tate, I just want to thank you. Thank you for helping men like mine becoming their best version. I'll leave it at that. Please just give this video a like or a dislike, because I know it's going to be some of those. Leave your comments and your hate comments as well. But no matter what your stance on him is, I'm gonna leave this video with something we can all agree on, and that is to stay positive and live your life. Peace.